Welcome to Kiwi Food Store podcast, where we like to bring our local producers and suppliers to come and share their stories and their journey with our customers that they love bringing their products to. So today we have Sophie on the show to share her story, her beautiful journey, and a beautiful product that she has created. So welcome to Kiwi Podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Excellent. We would love to hear your story about your wonderful product and, more importantly, what caused you to bring this product to the customers in the first place.
Yeah, so my story is a bit of an interesting one, I think a little bit unconventional. It actually all started when I became obsessed with South Korean culture and way of life. So fashion, skincare, I was one of the first users of K-beauty out of my friendship group. And I started just investigating what else the South Koreans are doing. And I realized that they're using all of these amazing anti-inflammatory ingredients to not only support their well-being and digestion, but to help them detoxify their liver when they drink alcohol. So then I started looking into this multi-million-dollar hangover relief beverage category that exists in South Korea, but barely exists in the rest of the world. And I realized that 2/3 of the South Korean population will drink something before they drink alcohol. And I couldn't believe I'm in Australia just like drinking and hoping for the best, and then trying to cure it after with Panadol and doing nothing preventative. And that kind of spurred me, after working in the beverage industry for almost 8 years now, to create my own hangover relief beverage product and bring something new and disruptive to the Australian market.
Yeah.
That's kind of the origins.
Wow. So you went over to South Korea to explore what else they were doing over there, and then you came across this product, the Seoul Tonic.
Yeah, so I went over to Seoul, and this product doesn't exist in South Korea.
It didn't exist, okay.
So in South Korea, the products actually, they look quite medicinal. So you'll go into a 7-Eleven and there'll be 15 plus products on shelf, all different types of hangover relief beverages in like little bottles.
Yep.
And South Korea is a very trendy place. It's very cool. There's a lot of trendy people walking around, but for some reason, the category doesn't have trendy products. It's because it's so ancient and old, and these ingredients have been known for so long. So I wanted to bring a trendy version of some of the types of products that are in market in South Korea to the Australian market.
Yep.
So it's interesting. I've got a lot of interest from people in South Korea wanting to drink this product because they understand it, but they don't have access to something that looks like this.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about trendy products. So, for example, what makes this product trendy compared to what's on the shelf in South Korea?
I think it's the look and feel of the packaging. Okay. So pouches are readily used in South Korea, but usually for other, uses, more food, yogurt, which we kind of have here as well.
Yep.
But it's less used in the category. We having a all silver aluminium pouch stands out as quite disruptive on shelf, and it's very clean.
Yep.
Right. There's not a lot of it's all natural. There's not a lot of ingredients, and we really speak to that. And it's quite brand driven.
Yep.
So we've actually won a couple of design awards because of this, and
in South Korea,
in Australia, but South Korea now we're looking to expand it to separately.
Okay. So you currently don't have this product available in South Korea.
No. Yeah. But my manufacturer, Mr. Park, who we have an amazing partnership with, wants to start rolling the distribution over there.
Yeah. So different cultures perceive products, what's trendy in terms of packaging, cleaner packaging. Like packaging like this, I understand, that really appeals to Australian consumer. So the products that you may perceive not being trendy in South Korea, but the local culture perceive those colours and branding maybe trendy perhaps?
They might, but I think even the South Korean people, from my exposure to them, which is quite a lot now because I go over relatively frequently and we have a team over there.
Yep.
They say that this is cool. They want to see this on shelves.
Yeah.
But it's just that these kinds of products they're almost like not old wives' tales, but when you're a South Korean younger person, you grew up drinking Korean pear and ginseng for basically any health concern.
Yeah.
Like just for well-being as well. So the way that these products have been packaged up in the past are just older style looking products.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you obviously see an opportunity there to improve the packaging and the branding and in a pouch. So the currently products in South Korea, are they not in a pouch with the little...
Not as many, no. They're in these like little glass jars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the biggest one is called condition, and it looks like a medicinal shot. It looks like medicine.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they do. So, okay, that's great. So what's the key ingredient in this product? Is the Korean pear?
It's Korean pear, and we have a innovative technique that's patented by my manufacturer, Mr. Park, which he's been using for many years, which is the way that he boils the fruit at a certain temperature and how we extract the nutrients from the skin.
Yep.
So our kind of point of difference versus competitors in market is the way that we extract the nutrients from the skin, and we use concentrates and extracts as well, not just juice.
Okay.
Because I'm sure it's like well aware that just juicing a fruit, you can lose a lot of the nutrients in that process.
Yeah. So you have a unique recipe how this product is actually
formulated.
Yeah, formulated. Yes, it's just not a Korean pear juice.
No, it's not just juice. No.
So it's very special.
Yeah.
All right. So you manufacture this product in South Korea?
Yeah, so it has to be in South Korea because Korean pears are native to South Korea, and we can't actually getting them here is very expensive. And if you go to, say, I don't know if you guys sell big Korean pears at QE, but typical grocers that do, sometimes they cost $9 to $11. They're very expensive and they're very big. A Korean pear can weigh up to 500 grams. It's huge.
Yeah. So what's your big why for this product? What you're trying to solve? How do you, what problem are you solving with this product with?
Yeah. So I guess my big why is that it is the intersect between wellness and play. And this product's really a brainchild of who I am. I love to have a good time, but I'm very, very into health and wellness as well. And I think everyone has to strike that balance.
Yeah.
And I think life is about balance. And this product really is that. It's not only helping people make hopefully better choices with how they drink by being a little bit preventative, but also once you have one of these, it supports just general rehydration. So it's just good for you anyway with the additional health benefits.
Yep.
So it's a healthy product, right? It's all natural.
Yep.
It's based on, it's science-backed.
Yep.
We've had multiple studies that have been done on it as well. But for me, my big why is also just the entrepreneurial side. For me, it's being able to create a business that, stands out on shelf, is interesting and appeals to a range of consumers as well.
Yeah, so you helping people have more balanced lifestyle, being able to drink but not suffer from the hangover the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the big difference? I personally like to drink a lot of water, and that really helps me avoid the big hangovers. So this you can drink just one of them and not drink water, or do you still got to drink?
You'd still drink water for general, everyone, even if you weren't drinking alcohol and you just decided to not drink water for a day, you would be extremely dehydrated and you'd get a headache just naturally, right?
Absolutely.
So water is essential. I would say people should drink 3 litres of water a day, non-negotiable, no matter if you're drinking. I think there's a little bit of a misconception around hangovers. Some people are certain that it's just dehydration, and that is not true. So the way it technically works is that when you drink, you build up a toxin called acetaldehyde. And what you need to do is, people have different ways in which their liver processes that toxin. So everyone has a friend who says, I don't get a hangover, I've never had one, And then some people have 3 drinks and get a pounding headache and the worst hangover of their life. And that's how they process this toxin in their liver. And how quickly they can get rid of it and work to get rid of it. So Korean pears have the enzyme that help reduce that toxin. So it's a support to help your liver reduce it. So the best is drink normal water, drink alcohol, have this before, and then you can use this after to just help flush out the liver.
So you drink before or in the middle, or?
Drink before is the best results, before your first drink. But if you have it throughout the night, it's not harmful, obviously. It's more just like a healthy tonic.
Juice.
Yeah.
So just 1 or 2 or just?
1 before, and I always have 1 before I go to bed.
Okay, excellent. So this product is more of a general purpose for hydration, not just?
It's for both, yeah. So it's really high in vitamin A, vitamin K, folate, really good for digestion. We've got athletes that drink it pre a session. We have people who rehydrate with it. We've got saunas. It's kind of a multi-purpose product that can sit in a variety of channels. I think the reason why it's labelled a hangover relief beverage is because that category is quite small at the moment. So it's the biggest unlock for our retailers more so. It's an incremental purchase for a lot of people. It's on top of basket, whereas you don't want to start people subbing it out with their health shot that they're going to additionally buy.
Yeah. There's other couple of products with the Korean pear juice brands we carry on our shelves. So what's your unique?
Yeah, so it's really that. So the other Korean pear juice that you would stock is just juice. That's it. We use the concentrates and the extracts to be able to extract the nutrients from the skin, and it's, I guess, our formula. We also have 2 full pears in every pouch. The other product is just 1 pear juiced.
All right.
So we're double. Yeah.
Yeah. So they mixed water or other
They just juice 1 pear and then that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas we juice 1 pear for 1 pear, and then we use the extracts from the skin to have the other pear in there.
Beautiful.
And that justifies, I guess, the premium price point as well. So it's almost kind of like double the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been in business? When did you start this Seoul Tonic?
Started off the back of COVID, end of 2021, but launched in December 2022.
Yeah.
So spent a year, going to Seoul back and forth, formulating the recipe, establishing the relationship with my manufacturer, and kind of getting all my ducks in a row, packaging, design, etc. And then, so only really been in market for now a year and a half, or a bit less even.
Yeah. And you're available across Australia, 500 stores?
Yeah, 500 stores now across Australia, expanding internationally at the moment as well, which is super exciting. And just, distribution is king, really. It's just being available at a wide range of places.
Excellent. Where internationally?
So we've got a pallet on the way to Ireland, and that's because we have a very, very keen distributor over there who really wants to test the market. And that's kind of our test case for the UK and then also America. So probably LA to begin with.
Beautiful. So since 2022, you've now available in 500 stores. That's exponential growth.
Yeah, it's been fast.
Yeah. And you managed that while doing a full-time job.
Yes. Yes. So more.
How do you balance being able to grow the business so fast and you're at the Food Star contesting Channel 9?
Yeah, on a Channel 9 TV show, which I filmed last April. So after the business was only 4 months old. That was a super exciting and eye-opening experience to have that kind of TV stint. Don't know if I would do that again. But yes, also work full-time at another beverage company. I've learned a lot. I've worked at 2 different global beverage companies, both of which are premium in their nature, and I've learned so much from working there, and that's really enabled me to have the skill set to be able to have the confidence to create my own company as well.
Yep.
So I can't discount that the learnings that I've gotten from those global companies hasn't supported me in this ambition. Juggling the both is really, really challenging, but it's almost a necessity when you're running a product-based business because you need capital to be able to grow.
Yep.
So if I didn't have my own capital and I am bootstrapping it, then I wouldn't be able to scale it at all.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a time cost ratio. And it is interesting. I spoke about this yesterday on a podcast. I think everyone has more time than they think in their day. It's around prioritization.
Absolutely.
So when people say I don't have time or I'm busy, it's like you're just not prioritizing it. So what's been eye-opening to me is that when I prioritize my business, I can actually get a lot done around the hours that people potentially aren't working, or they're maybe looking after their kids or seeing family or whatever it is.
Yeah. So how many hours do you work a week?
Gosh, a lot.
You got a full-time job and
yeah, I work probably from about 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. and then weekends.
7 days a week?
Yeah, well, I'm always on. So weekend is kind of my time to think creatively and catch up on everything, especially at the moment with the media attention. There's so many people reaching out, so it's really hard I have to really prioritize who I respond to as well.
How you got into this the product contesting at Channel 9 with Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about that one.
How it got. So I actually got reached out to by a production company called Indulge. They do all of the big shows like MasterChef, Survivor, Married at First Sight, etc. And they saw the product, were very interested in it, and just asked me to come in for audition. At the time, I didn't think I wanted to do it, and then they really connected with me and my story and the product, and they kept going through the rounds, and eventually they selected me to be on the starting 30 for the show. And then the way the show works is that Gordon chooses 7 people for his team, Janine chooses 7, and then you kind of compete against each other until there's just 4 left at the end, and then there's 2 winners, 1 on each team.
Yeah, and you're a finalist.
And I'm a finalist, yeah.
And it's happening next week.
Yeah, the Wednesday is we find out the result.
Yeah, you must be very proud.
Yeah.
In such a short time, that's a huge success.
Thank you.
Doing a full-time job as well as, creating this wonderful product. So how many products in the range? Just one?
There's just one, but we've got a range extension coming now. I wanted to really start with the hero product to cement it and test the product in market. And now the new product is something I am so excited for. It's probably the coolest looking product I've ever seen. It's the only matte black beverage I have ever seen on shelf in its type. And it's using really high quality organic apple cider vinegar with the Seoul Tonic blend. And it's a really potent, delicious health shot, but it also really assists in reducing your pH levels the day after drinking. So we're going to have a pre-drinking and a post-drinking, but the post-drinking will also be used for a range of other health reasons.
Wow. Amazing. When's that coming out?
Hopefully this year.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to finalise. We've got retailers that just want to take the new product because it's really health-based. So, health pharmacies.
What caused you to come up with that product? That's very innovative.
So there's a lot of research into apple cider vinegar, and I have friends that, carry around their bottles of apple cider vinegar and they'll have a shot before they eat every meal just for digestion. It's really bad for your teeth, Emmanuel, to have a shot of apple cider on its own. I haven't seen many products that are like a takeaway kind of apple cider mixed with something that supports your teeth as well when having it.
Yep.
And then in South Korea, it's very widely known that apple cider vinegar really supports reducing down your pH levels after your stomach's all inflamed from drinking. That's commonly known, and that's not even an old wives' tale. That's just everyone's grown up there. That's just the norm.
Yep.
So when I was speaking to my manufacturer about a range extension, and he has this beautiful range of vinegars that he creates anyway, really premium. I was talking about cider and he was saying, apple cider vinegar is going off in South Korea. And then I started looking at the market in Australia and I saw a huge opportunity.
Yeah, it's becoming popular. It's been becoming popular year after year. I think it's, no doubt it's been very popular. But what I'm hearing, the word digestion irregularly from you is that you're driven by, doesn't matter what we put in our body, these products helping you to digest food better.
Yes, which is really important.
Yeah. And a lot of the illnesses are caused by as a lack of poor digestion.
Exactly.
Well. So you're really helping people improve health, which is very much in line with our purpose of improving people's health.
Yeah, I think that's really where the brand sits. It is. I really want to cement it more as a wellness brand and around longevity throughout the days, because you can't stop people from drinking either, and I don't think we should. I think it's really important that people can relax and have a glass of wine and not feel guilty about it, but it's just about having that balance.
Absolutely. I think it's overindulging what causes all the problems.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep that moderation.
It is, and you get overexcited and...
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes it's okay to not be moderate. I know we're all so hard on ourselves as well. I think it's just, if you look at your kind of life or even a year, if you're overall balanced, that's okay.
Yeah. But I think you learn how to become balanced as a result of those experiences, right?
Exactly. I completely agree.
How would you know how to become moderate? Why you need to become moderate?
Exactly. It's all those learnings that make you a better person, and everyone's human.
Absolutely. So what's your big goal for this brand?
Yeah, it's definitely for it to be a global company. I really like the idea of it being more of a lifestyle wellness brand rather than, a hangover brand.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the messaging is going to kind of go towards.
Yeah.
I want to continue to create really high quality products. That's a huge part of, I guess, why the cost, like this is a premium product and it retails at a premium price for its category, and it is cemented at that price for a reason. And that's because of the care that we have in the ingredients and the technique. And I know every single part of the process of how it's made end to end. I've literally seen it and I've gone through every single part of it. And I have a trusted partner over there that oversees the whole thing, and it's his name as well, not just mine.
Yeah.
So it's continuing to bring out products like this and be able to take it to the world.
Excellent. Is he an investor in a business or just the manufacturer?
He's a manufacturer, but in part it is kind of an investor because we have to, for example, we have to pay a separate pouch factory up front to buy X amount of units, and he covers some of the cost and I cover some, and that's with the hope that I will continue being able to pay him to manufacture it. So he offsets cost and he's lenient with terms of things so that we do have a partnership and we can both grow.
Excellent. Do you have partners in the business or just you?
So at the moment, I'm the sole director. I do have a designer, graphic guy who's kind of my creative genius.
Yeah.
He has a small stake just to keep him obviously engaged. And he's been really, really helpful. And then my old commercial director from when I worked at Moet Hennessy, so LVMH, I was an analyst. He's the commercial director. He then went on to be the commercial director of L'Oreal, which is beauty. He's now come on as commercial director of Seoul Tonic. So it's this kind of like sliding doors moment for me. Someone I used to work for who was, 10 levels above me is now working for me. So it's crazy.
How that feels.
I know, it's weird. It's very
But obviously a good relationship. He doesn't
amazing
have an
relationship.
ego.
No ego. He has amazing connections.
Yeah.
He's really, really strong in retail liquor, but also very, very strong in pharmacy because of L'Oreal. He gets it. He's really good. He understands the vision and he's really bought into the opportunity.
Yeah.
So
a full-time or just working part-time?
it's part-time to unlock. He has targets he needs to kind of reach. So I don't really care how he gets there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many in your team now? How big is your team?
So it's 3.
In Australia?
In Australia.
As well as manufacturing facility.
And then
South.
we've got a team over in South Korea. Yeah, probably a team of about 10 over there.
Yep. And how did you find this distributor in Ireland? So that was so keen.
So that's through Scott, who's the commercial director. One of his best mates runs this big business over in Ireland where he's got a lot of distribution in kind of areas that Seoul Tonic would be. And he reached out to Scott seeing what the fuss was about, and we've had meetings with him, and he's just bought some stock off the upfront to start testing it.
Yep. Excellent. And your products are available in, obviously, Kiwi food stores.
Of course.
And they're available in chemist.
So it's available in all Dan Murphy's nationally, QE, and we're in a lot of kind of premium smaller retailers that are kind of 1 or 2 offs.
Yep.
A lot of independent retail liquor, but also some independent grocery.
Yep. And you said there's a huge demand or request from chemists.
Yes, we're getting a lot of requests in pharmacy at the moment. I think off the back of the awareness from the show, but it's just really understanding how best to distribute to them.
Yep.
Because, if it's a far northwest pharmacy in Queensland and I'm not yet in a pharmacy distributor, how do we even get product there?
Yep. So where would this product go in a chemist? Just curious to know, would you put it in the digestive?
I think it would be rehydration, maybe near, say, Barocca or Hydrolite.
Yep.
It's probably where I'd put it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Or
wouldn't
on
promote
counter.
this product as a digestive?
That's the thing. It really depends. So, as I said, I've been having meetings with Mr. Vitamins, and they've got everyone who works in store there is a naturopath or a nutritionist, and they're really interested in the product, and we're ranging there. And they've got all these ideas. They want to put it in all these different locations because it could fit here, it could fit there. It depends where you
On
want
the
to position
retailer.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's quite broad, a general purpose. It's not just that almost everybody is your target market.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. So you're not limited to this particular segment.
Exactly. And I don't want to be either.
Yeah. That's great. And what you said is priced at very premium.
Well, for its category, but the category is very small. So against a health tonic, it's probably line priced, to be honest. Just the other competitor is a little bit cheaper, but it has to be. That's kind of, after I've worked for premium brands for many years, if you can justify a premium price point, that people are willing to pay for quality.
Definitely. As long as people feel like they're getting the value.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how much this retails at?
In QE, $6.
Yeah. $5.99.
$5.99. In retail liquor, it's $7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's if you can wake up fresh in the morning and feel hydrated, and then it's worth it.
Oh gosh, you'd pay anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, if you think about the cost of Panadol and then cost of productivity the next day.
Totally, and also the cost of that Big Mac meal that you get on the way to work because you're hungover and just want something salty. Yeah.
I like that with a Big Mac meal. Definitely, you do crave greasy food.
Yes, of course, salt.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you for sharing all these a wonderful story about your entrepreneurship and the success that you have achieved. And I think that should give our customers a really good backstory about your product and the purpose you're living and serving.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And QE is actually one of my favourite retailers. It was probably my first grocery win for sure. And I've loved the support from QE from the beginning. So it definitely holds a very special place in my heart.
Because you were a customer at our store in Darlinghurst.
I've been a customer for years. I used to live in I lived in Darlinghurst for many years, basically my whole 20s. So that was my local. Like I probably shopped there every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darlinghurst is very close to me as well, because that's where I started.
Yeah. It's a small store, but I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming to share all that wonderful story. And Seoul Tonic products are available at all Kiwi food stores, so give it a go, and they're not that expensive.
No.
Thank you.